When the ROWPU is going to be shut down for 72 hours or is going to be placed into storage, you will have to follow the steps listed in Work Package 9 of the technical order. The first step is to create at least 2,000 gallons of dechlorinated product water and store it in a bladder. Do this by turning off the chlorine feed pump and continue normal operations until you have enough water, and then perform a short-term shutdown. Disconnect the suction feed and return lines from the chemical feed cans and remove the feed cans from the rack. Dispose of the excess chemicals in accordance with unit directives. Fill a pail with clean water and place on the rack. Place the suction hoses into the pail. Place the return hoses into an empty pail on the rack. Turn all run prime valves to prime. Depress the chemical feed start button and adjust the stroke and speed to maximum. When the pumps are primed, switch the valves from prime to run and run for 5 minutes. This removes all the chemicals from the hoses, valves, and pumps. Switch the valves to prime, remove the suction lines from the pail, and run the pumps until no water is discharged from the return lines. Turn off the chemical feed pumps and install the dust plugs and caps on the feed cans and hoses. Secure the chemical feed cans back in the rack. Reconnect the intake hoses from the raw water pump and backwash water supply to the dechlorinated product water storage bladder. Perform a backwash of the multimedia filter following the steps listed in paragraph 8 of Work Package 7. Once the backwash cycle is finished, return the ROWPU to normal operations. With one exception, you will not turn on the chemical feed pumps. Using the dechlorinated product water, run the ROWPU for 10 minutes. Periodically during this time, open the 12 vent valves to clear the lines. Perform a short-term shutdown and open all the drain valves. Once you have drained the ROWPU, start the booster pump and allow it to run for only 5 seconds to remove any water trapped in the pump casing. If you are going to place the ROWPU into long-term storage, you should clean and preserve the RO elements in accordance with Sub-Work Package 7-18. Once you have preserved the RO elements, perform a long-term shutdown. Disconnect the raw water pumps from the ROWPU. Install the power cable cap and wrap the power cords around the pumps. Open the pump's drain valves and remove the backwash valve assembly. Next, remove all the hoses and install the plugs on the suction and discharge couplings. Finally, drain and air dry the hoses. Once they are dry, install the caps on the male and female ends and roll them up. Disconnect the raw water, waste, brine, product, and vent vessel hoses. Drain them, let them air dry, install the caps on the male and female ends, and roll them up. Disconnect the distribution pump from the ROWPU, install the power cable cap, and wrap the power cords around the pump. Next, remove all the hoses, drain, and air dry them. Once they are dry, install the caps on the male and female ends and roll them up. Tip the distribution pump and allow the water to drain. Once drained, install the cap and plug on the pump inlet and outlet. Disconnect the 200 amp cable from the ROWPU and generator or SDC. Next, remove the ground strap from the ROWPU frame and ground rod. Finally, remove the ground rod from the earth. Refer to the Load Plan 1 and Work Package 9 of the Technical Order or the Bare Packing Plan for the packing procedures. Load the pumps inside the ROWPU as shown and secure them to the provided braces. Store all the hoses and other accessories on top of the ROWPU and secure with a cargo net and carabiners.